EC, how are we? Thanks for plugging in again. This episode's going to be on vinyl finds. Probably stuff I picked up over the last probably 2 months actually. So a bit of mixed bag from a couple from the charity shops, but mostly from record shops. Firstly, I'd like to say, last Saturday I did a podcast, which is awesome. First podcast I ever did. Don't really listen to many podcasts, so it was all a pretty new experience for me. I was contacted by a guy called Brad, who's from Tech Webcast. I'll show you. I don't do links, so I don't know how to do links, so I've written the names down of the people that host the podcast. But basically, Brad's been doing podcasts for 7 years. Does a podcast every Saturday, 12 o'clock Melbourne time, if you're around and available. Basically, he talks about all different tech stuff, but he has got interest in vinyl and music, so he invited me to come along, have a chat about my channel. Craig Vinyl's been on there as well, so it was good, it was fun. So I'll just show you their names. There's actually four hosts. So Brad's the founder. Another guy called Daryl, who's a bit of a podcast expert. So he's a nice guy. He's from Victoria as well. There's a lady called Aldwin Altuni. I think that's how you say your last name. Sorry, Aldwin. She's like a media queen. Does sort of interviews with different people. An author I see, and show host, and she's got some vinyl sitting somewhere in her house, and we're trying to get her to dust them off, try and pick up a turntable. And you got Jacob Jones, who's a guy from Florida, I believe. And he's a cool geezer who throws a few funny comments in now and again. He loves tech stuff, games, and music, and vinyl. I think he's on the VC as well. So I'll just show you their names just to hope you can see that. So hope you can see that. As I say, I can't do links. I should probably contact Tech Webcast. So it's Tech Webcast, Daryl Hunt, Aldrin Altuni, and Jacob Jones. Okay, so you can freeze that, pause that, and look them up if you like. They're all on YouTube. They're all really nice people, funny people. Yeah, it was fun. And one of the things that stood out for me for that podcast was how Daryl mentioned he was quite fascinated about the VC. So I was talking about the VC, and I'm not into got asked, what are you trying to get out of your channel? I'm just not really anything. I just want to talk about music and share music and learn about music from you guys. So, but Daryl was quite impressed about the VC, how we talk about stuff where, he grew up in the era where he used to take records around to friends' houses and play them and listen to them and talk about them, argue about them, all that sort of stuff. So, and I guess that's probably why you find so many names written on vinyls covers. Anyway, but he said, with the streaming stuff now on Spotify and all sorts of stuff, maybe it's a little bit more individual listening now, rather than collective listening. So he was quite impressed how it's got that community sort of based feel about it again with the VC, where we listen to stuff, obviously not simultaneously, but there is some live streams, I think. But basically we talk about stuff that we hear. So he was impressed by that, and that was a really good, nice comment, I thought. So anyway, so check them out. So fine. So I'll start with some of the my charity shop ones. I think these were 10 cents each again. Only got a few of them. I'm picking up less from those because they're just mostly average sort of albums. So I'm only going to pick up stuff that I think are good. Okay, and found this. I was surprised to find this. Deep Purple. Who do we think we are? I've got a few Deep Purple albums, and I've only getting them a bit more of a listen, or giving them any sort of listen in the last sort of few months. I only spun this once a while ago, but I really remember that it was a nice rocking album. So I'm really getting into Deep Purple. I can't remember exactly off my top of my head what was stood out, but I only spun it once. But I'm getting more into Deep Purple. So very happy to find it there. I was quite surprised. It's not in great condition. I guess that's why people left it there. But I pick up a lot of things, clean them up, and I don't mind a few scratches here and there. I prefer they were minty, but So yeah, very happy with that Deep Purple. So yeah, people talk about Richie Blackmore's Rainbow's better. I don't really know Rainbow's stuff, so at the moment I'm seeking out Deep Purple. Cool. Bit of a Star Warsing galactic funk. Star Wars and other galactic funk. Just basically Star Wars theme songs and all the songs from Star Wars. So it's pretty cool. Pick up some Star Wars stuff. Why not? This one was a blind buy, but it looked interesting. Opus 81. This is actually what's playing in the background. Dutch avant-garde music came to prominence in 1981. Yeah, nice. Sort of stringy, clarinety. You can hear it. There you go. Wind, orchestral, I guess. So yeah, toccatas and ariases and sort of string, nice, different sort of stuff. Done on the Radio Netherlands, something like that. That's Radio Netherlands transcript service. Don't know that at all. Any of our Dutch friends might be able to comment on that. But yeah, interesting. So yeah, happy to pick that up. Okay, that was all from the maybe these 45s I got from there as well. I did actually, yeah. I'm not going to knock back. Well, I don't need those anyway. Not going to knock back any Frank Sinatra 45s. This one's Sleep Warm and Mystic Success. Don't actually know those songs. And we've got another Frankie. We've got All the Way and Chicago. So yeah, happy. I'm not going to leave Frankie sitting there. 10 cents. So yeah, always pick up some Frankie. I love it. Okay. This is a brand new album I bought. I've only actually ever bought 3 brand new albums. Adele, 21. Nirvana, Nevermind. And this is my 3rd one now. I might get in the habit of trying to buy one a month. Just sort of set aside. They're generally like $30. $30 and buy a new one. Because, you're not going to find these in the thrifties. So, Prodigy, Fat of the Land. Very iconic cover. Just remember this when it came out. I was in Europe, and I remember we were actually in Amsterdam when it first came out, and me and my mate went and sorted it out just on CD, so we can tour around with us. So yeah, great album. Double album. Actually, they probably could have squeezed it onto one. It's not a gay fault, actually. Could have squeezed onto one, I guess. Smack My Bitch Up, Breathe, Funky Chit, Diesel Power, Serial Thriller, Firestarter. Great songs on here. So, very happy to pick that up. Not the best sounding one, though. The pressing, I guess, or something like that. But it's a reissue, sorry. I don't know when, but anyway. But happy to have it. But yeah, it's probably the sound quality. It's not the best. Okay, stuff I just picked up a couple of days ago. My usual haunts down in Shitney. And yeah, I only had 2 record shops to go to, and I had probably half an hour on my hands, up my sleeve. So quick, and this second one I went to, I probably had 5 minutes. I thought, just duck in there, see what I can find. Anything strikes me, bang, bang, in and out. And I'm very happy I dropped in. I picked up some Golden Earring. Wicked. I've been after some Golden Earring for quite a while. This is their live album, so you get a little bit reluctant with live albums because they can be a little bit hit and miss. I thought, Golden Earring, they're not going to be bad live, surely. They're not going to sound bad live. Nice little sort of MCA inner sleeve as well. And yeah, I've only spun the first album. Nice, it sounds good. Obviously Radar Love's a massive song for them, but I don't know a lot of their other stuff, but I know that I'm going to love it, and it did sound good. Just like Vince Taylor, Candy's going bad. Sorry, going to bed. I should go to bed. But yeah, but I've been after golden earring for quite a while, so I'm very happy to get one in my collection. So that's a plug in my collection. The other one I was very happy to get. Never had this band on vinyl before. I think a lot of people probably got this anyway, and it's R.E.M. Green. So very happy to find some R.E.M. I love them. So first time I've got them on vinyl. Probably still rated as the best gig I've seen. Saw them at Glastonbury '99, which we had a whole lot of superstars down there, but this one stand out to me. Michael Stipe, he was unbelievable. He just so passionate, and it was a wicked gig performance. So very happy to get this. It's probably not rated as the top sort of album up there, but I'm very happy to find that. It's essentially got the hype sticker. It's got the songs on there. Nothing on the back. Get Up, You Are Everything, Stand, Orange Crush, Turn You Inside Out, Pop Song 89. Great album. So very, very happy to get some R.E.M. Bit of a weird thing about it, it's the inner sleeve's quite nice, but it's only got lyrics to one song. I don't know. I mean, I don't like a bit of quirkiness in my albums, but that's bizarre. Anyway, so very happy to get R.E.M. And at this other record shop that probably took 25 minutes and only spent 5 minutes in this one, got those two, we had to get out of there. This guy, Madi Caspi, he's a Israeli sort of folk type sort of singer. Yeah, look, just an interesting cover. This is a blind buy. Interesting cover. Would you buy that for that cover? I did. That's pretty cool. And basically, it's obviously not in English, but I think it means the second album. So I guess it's his second album. Yeah, it's got a cool listen. Just cruisy folk, not bad. Madi Caspi. Another new band for me. Traffic. So happy to get that one too. So yeah, so most of these, like this was a tenner, the Caspi was $3, and R.E.M. was, I think it was $20. So yeah, so they're not 10-cent albums, these ones, but yeah, first Traffic, a bit of psychedelic, sort of folky, on that famous and quite well loved Island label. Sorry if I'm not showing it there. Yeah, don't know what to go with the cut off these. Are these promos or some other person's little style fetish? But yeah, so happy to get that. What year is this? 73. Good year, that one. Yeah, so Evening Blue. Shout out to the Fantasy Factory. Yeah, so Roll Right Stones. Yeah, happy to have some Traffic in my collection. I saw this one now. He's a very talented guy, this guy, isn't he? And Pete Townsend. I do have the other, obviously, ex-Who Man. Wrote hundreds of their songs and lots of songs for lots of other TV commercials and all sorts of stuff. Very talented. Plays a lot of instruments. Do have the Cowboys with the funny eyes, crazy eyes, something eyes. Cowboys and Eyes, something like that. That's quite a good album. So, but the reason, I like Pete, talented guy, but one of the other major reasons I got it was because of the name, White City. Now, this is actually a estate, ghetto, in London, West London, and actually I lived in this estate for a year and a half when I was over in the UK. It doesn't look like exactly my block, because my block didn't have these sort of fencing up here. I think we must have been in not the lockdown part. But we sort of lived on sort of a tier like this, one of these sort of flats up here. So, lived there, a photo of that, had to pick that up. And It's a good rocking album. I really like it. What year was it? 85. So yeah, really happy to pick that up. Good rocking. I didn't realise at the time, but Face to Face, it's a song that I know. So yeah, so I survived the estate. Actually only had like one sword put out on us over a year and a half, so that's not bad. But actually, you know, it was a mix of blacks and whites and all different types of colours. And, you know, there's a little quote here that I liked. I'm glad I came back. I've learned a lot. The White City might not be perfect, but it survived the fall of the British Empire. Everyone seems to know each other's names, not even if they don't get on well. It seems a better place to live than I remembered. Black and white together. So that's nice. So, it's either a movie or it's like a documentary about it. So, yeah, happy to pick up that. There's a bit of memorabilia there, you know, say I lived just over there. And basically a lot of the streets are from the British Empire. So like there's Australia Road, which I lived on. There was South Africa Way, Canada Road. So the Olympic Stadium was built near here as well. Yeah, so yeah, cool. Bit of JJ Cale. This is one I didn't have, and I really like him. JJ Cale. I haven't spun this one yet. No cover though, naturally. I think it's one of these known as better ones, but I haven't spun that one yet. Moody Blues. Keep picking up Moody Blues. Haven't spun that one either yet. Haven't seen that one. You have actually seen this one, I believe. The Long Distance Voyager. So yeah, happy to pick that up. This one is an eBay buy, and it's Mr. Morrison. Mr. Van Morrison, Moondance. I love Van Morrison. He's an amazing artist. Sort of grew up with his the greatest hits, that album, you know, with the sort of the old microphone, old school microphone. Nelly. Sounds menacing. But yeah, I have got a couple of other albums, but I guess knowing that greatest hit one, they just didn't strike me as great, those other albums. And they're not his well-known ones. I think Beautiful Noise, though I haven't spun them much, so I've got to spin them again. But yeah, this one is what, you know, I remember, and great songs on here, so very happy to have the Moondance. Very happy to get some more Van Morrison. I've got to spin him a bit more. Kiss. First time I've added Kiss to my collection as well. So I've plugged a lot of old holes in my collection in this finds. Great. Made for Loving You, Sure Know Something, 2000 Man, yeah, probably most famous. But you know, Magic Touch, Hard Times, good songs. So yeah, very happy to get some Kiss in my collection. I'll go a bit. This video's going a little bit on, so I've got to move on a bit. Bit of Joe Jackson, Blaze of Glory. Haven't spun it yet, but interested to listen to that. I'm really into Joe. Don McLean. I like Don. I think he's underrated, not talked about enough. And yeah, so I haven't seen that one before, so I've got to spin that one. And then I found another Van Morrison one in the record shop, Common One, which I'm not sure if it's that common really. But yeah, it's nice. Spun this one. This is a very slow album. Geez, one of the slowest albums you'll listen to, but nice listening. Bit of big bandish sort of sounds. It's a nice, very slow, but a nice listen. So very happy to add that in. That's a good listen, that one. And a bit of Akka Daka. Blow up your videos. So this was an eBay purchase. Got it for $10 and $10 postage. You know, I'm trying to add to my AC/DC collection. This is their 10th or 11th album. So yeah, you know, it's not probably, the albums are probably dwindling down, you know, but you know, still some good songs in here. Heat Seeker, That's the Way I Want to Rock and Roll. Some Sin for Nothing. 88, probably Black Ice and Razor's Edge after this one. A few years after this one's probably a bit better, but you know, AC/DC and probably Pink Floyd and probably Neil Young are the bands that I want to complete their discography if I can. 20 minutes, should I keep going? I'm just going to quickly show some CDs I've got. Some heavy guitar classics. It's got the Radar Love Song. Look at this. What a way to start. So, Knocking at Your Back Door, Deep Purple, Since You've Been Gone, Rainbow, Sunshine of Your Love, Cream, Jessica, Allman Brothers, Apaches, The Shadows, Sweet Little Lisa, Albert Lee, Golden Earring. Man, there's some Thin Lizzy on there. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, great stuff. This is awesome. I love this. Gary Moore. Jeez, I wasn't going to pick it up because it wasn't... I thought it was just like a 4-song CD, but man, Lisa, woohoo! So bluesy and a great, great album. I think Jodie Watson showed some Gary Moore pickups recently, but this one is great. I love that. The Manic Street Preachers, Cloudy Mulder Show, talked about them. Nice album. Probably the first, say, 6 good. Sort of just tapers off a bit there. Probably the most famous song, If You Tolerate This, and Your Children Will Be Next. Brilliant song. And Tool. Mania. Man, I love this album. If you don't know this album, check it out. Did listen to this a lot when I was overseas. One of my friends introduced me to it. I've been looking for it for a long time. I couldn't quite remember the name, and I've got a few other their albums, but wasn't the one I was looking for. And then I just saw this in the thrift shop, $2. Yes, this is a great, great album. I did have some other stuff, but I'll just quickly show you. I've bought these book magazines, Rolling Stones, $5. Great pictures, interviews, it goes through all their albums, great stuff. And I've got another one, and the Led Zeppelin one, which I've started off reading. Man, there's some photos, interviews, really cool history and stuff like that. So I'll talk more about them another time. This video is probably going a little bit too long. If you're still with me, thank you for staying. My subs are up to about 60 odd. Thank you very much, appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Okay, be good, enjoy yourselves.